Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna unbox and set up this exercise bike. So I did purchase this myself from Amazon. Amazon had a lightning deal on this exercise bike a couple of days ago for $434. This one does come in two different colors. It comes in white and black. I did get the white model. This is from a company called Yesoul. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's the S3 model. Currently, it is running $459.99, and they do have a coupon on this. However, I noticed that the price does fluctuate. So this is a smart exercise bike. It does have a tablet holder at the top, as you can see here. You have a water bottle holder down there. This does have magnetic resistance. It also offers Bluetooth support, so you can connect this to their app, as well as it looks like a couple of different apps that they have available, so you can get some more data from your rides. This also does include a heart rate armband, so if you don't already have, say, an Apple Watch or a Google Watch or Android Watch, you can use that to get your heart rate there. For the levels of resistance, it offers 100, and again, it is magnetic. It does have a flexible adjustment for, of course, the handlebar as well as the seat, so you can adjust it to your liking. And this only takes up 5.5 square feet, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, which is nice to see. So this is how the box opens here, and this is how it is packaged. If you can see this well enough here. So you can definitely see most of the bike is pretty much assembled, so this shouldn't be too hard. So let's go ahead and take everything out and see what we get. All right, here are all our parts. So we have the bike itself. As you can see, the handle is right there. We have what looks like our feet for the front and back, and you do have wheels on the back one, so you can roll this around. Looks like a height adjustment here, our tablet holder, our pedals, the heart rate monitor, as well as our tools, and then we have our instructions here. And our instructions have listed everything that is in the box here. So we have the frame of the bike, front stabilizer, rear stabilizer with the two foot bolts. We have the pedals, we have the handlebars, tablet holder, handlebar post, as well as what's in our hardware bag. So as you can see, we have two hexagon head bolt M8 by 45 millimeter, two flat washers, one hex key with Phillips screwdriver head, one hex key number 5, one cover, and one wrench. So step one is attaching the stabilizer to the frame of the bike. So on the stabilizers on the front and back, these are already pre-installed, so you have to unscrew these and then screw them into the base of the bike. And it's the same thing with the rear. And in order to do this, you just have to lift the bike and align the holes. And this goes for both the front and the rear. I did have trouble with the front finding out where exactly these bolts would sit. But once you find it, you should be able to just screw a little bit in and then tighten it from there. Step 2 is to install the handlebar assembly on the frame. So the gray piece I showed you earlier will go in here, and it looks like, so we insert the post into the frame while pulling out a handlebar adjustment knob, take two handlebar bolts, hexagon head bolts from the hardware bag, place handlebars on handlebar post while holding handlebars in place, insert the handlebar bolts, and finger tighten the bolts and secure the handlebars with the included hex key, fasten the small cover onto the handlebar assembly. All right, so we have this here. And you have to unscrew it enough so that it can go into the slot here. There we go. And we'll just choose 2 for right now and screw it in place. And we have our 2 bolts that are going to go into the handlebars. And you just want to line up the handlebars, so these are screw holes, and this is where the little post is on the adjustment bar. Now tightening these bolts is kind of a pain. So to hand tighten them, you really can't. You kind of just can put your finger in there and kind of try and spin it a little bit, but it's really difficult because you can see how deep this is. And then this has 2 sides, so it has a screwdriver on one side and then the side you actually need. And then you also can't swing this all the way around because of the tablet holder right here. So it is kind of annoying to get this on, and it was the same thing with the feet of the bike as well. And once you put the bolts in and you've tightened them enough, you have a cover with the brand name here, and that should just click into place like so. Our next step is the tablet holder. So the tablet holder's bolts are actually pre-installed, not in the hardware bag. Remove that using the hex key number 5 and set them to the side. Once you place it in, as you can see, you put them into the side of the actual holder. You will need to use the other hex tool to actually remove the ones from the side for the tablet holder. And in order to put the tablet holder on, you simply just want to align these holes into the guide here, and then you have to use the included tool to tighten it up. You have one on each side, and you probably can't see this, but you'll hand tighten it, and then of course tighten it with the included tool. All right, and step 4 is to install the pedals to the exercise bike. So you start by identifying which one is left and which one is right. Then you crank them in by hand, and then you tighten them with the included wrench. So as you can see on each of them, you do have a little place to put your foot, and you can tighten it around your shoe. And you have the R for right, L for left, and then you have the wrench included. All right, your next step is to activate the battery or replace it. So to activate it, the battery is attached an insulating pull tab, and it will protect the battery and circuitry during shipping and handling, of course. But once you pull this, then it'll be activated. If you need to replace it, the battery is a CR2477 battery. And the battery is up here at the front of the bike. So as you can see, this big pull tab, and you have the little housing right here. So all we have to do here is, well, it pulled out. So that didn't work out as well as I thought it was going to. Once you pull it out, you'll get a green dot going there, and then you can put this little cover back on like so. Before doing exercise, of course, it tells you to consult a physician, use the values collected by apps for reference purposes only, wear rubber-soled athletic shoes, or appropriate clothes for exercise. You have the saddle height adjustment, so of course you want it to be up at your hip joint, and you can adjust that by using the knob on the side here. So we have the knob right here, and then we have the knob right here for where the actual seat goes. And to adjust your handlebars, if you want to go up or down, you have this knob here, and you can raise and lower that to your liking. And the big red button here is this knob here is for your resistance. So you go to the right to make it harder, or to the left to make it lower. On each of the pedals, you can see we have a place where you put your feet here, as well as a strap where you can tighten this. And this will keep your feet in there. But honestly, I have never really had to use these, but if you need to, you can do that. And then because there is no display on this at all, you will have to download an app to get any of the information about your workouts. So they give you a QR code here, or you can find it on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. And then you will have to create an account and profile with all your information. And this is the name in the App Store. It just comes up as Yesoul Fitness. It does have 3 stars, so not sure how great the app is, but let's see how good it is. Once you scan the QR code, it'll take you to your app store. If you have Google Play, it'll take you there. And the app name is Yesoul Fitness. Upon opening the app, you'll see that it wants to use your Bluetooth. Of course, it's going to use Bluetooth to connect to the bike. We do have a privacy policy here. You hit agree, and then we do have to create a new account. So it's going to ask, how can we help you? So burning fat, reduce stress, or improve ability. So I'm going to choose burning fat, and more than 500,000 global people have started their fat burning with Yesoul. We've got great content for you. We're gonna hit go. What intensity of exercise do you prefer? You have beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I'm gonna go with intermediate. How physically active will you be per week? I'm probably gonna do 2 to 3 workouts a week. It's gonna ask gender. You put in your birthday here. Ask you to put in your height and your weight. All right, your personalized plan is ready. So 2 weeks duration, fat burning, intermediate intensity, get my program. Now it's gonna ask you to go ahead and create your account. After setting up your account, it'll offer to set up a head portrait. So you'll give yourself a name and then have a portrait of yourself so you can show your trainer and fellows who you are. And now we have our first 2-week program ready to go, burning fat intermediate, and you can start the program now, or you can go maybe later. I just want to explore the app a little bit here. So very Peloton-like. You do have some different classes here that you can take. Now obviously this is going to be better on like an iPad, but I was unable to get it to work on my iPad for right now. But on here, you can see we have our weekly goal, 0 out of 3, and a 0-week streak. You have this personalized thing here, and you can just go whenever you're ready. At the bottom, we have our workouts, you have challenges, and then you have your profile here. So you can see all the information. You can see the exercise data from this month. So the app doesn't look too bad. So pretty cool.
Standing climbs techniques, then we're gonna have a cool down and a stretch. Are you ready? Let's get started.
So in addition to the normal metrics that you would get using your iPad or iPhone or whatever phone you have to display that, you also have this heart rate armband that is included with this bike. And on the back here shows you how to wear that so you can have it above or below the elbow. And it says should not be too tight. And then you have some different information here about heart rate, your heart rate intervals here. So you've got gray, blue, green, or yellow, and red, and it tells you what's best for it and the duration that it's best for. So of course, the higher, the lower, and the lesser, the higher you can go. And here's what comes in the box. So you do get a little charging cable with USB-A. There's no charging block with it. And then you have the armband itself, and it does have a little on-off button right here. And it will light up to let you know whether it's dying or whether it's on. You can see on the back we have the little heart rate monitor right here with plastic over it. So very similar to what your Apple Watch would do or what an Android watch would do to get your heart rate. And in the instructions here, this is in, looks like it's in Chinese and in English here. And you can see on here, to turn it on, press the starter button. The LED will flash blue quickly, indicating the heart rate is searching. As the heart rate has been detected, the light will flash slowly. To turn it off, press the starter button when not in use. The LED will light and flash red quickly, then enter shutdown state. When you press the starter button, the LED light flashes red several times. It shows the battery is low, needs to be charged, so it will let you know that it needs to be charged. LED light will flash red and green alternatively while charging. After charge, the LED will show green continuously. And then to go into your Bluetooth settings, you can use the mobile app or you can connect with sports equipment. So sport watches, bicycle computers, etc. And then you have the compatible apps that it works with here. So these might be some that they have, but those are the list there. It just tells you to turn on Bluetooth and connect to Yesoul 12345 and then click to establish a connection. So pretty simple. As you can see, when you turn it on, you have that blue flashing, and then you have it searching for the heart rate right now, but it is not on me right now. And again, you can put this on below your elbow or above your elbow while you're riding. All right, so just search for Bluetooth. So I'm not sure if that's it, but we'll try it. See if that's it. It says it is connected. So let's go ahead and go back into our app here. Now, taking a quick look in the app here, you can see we have our weekly goal here, which we set in the beginning. You have your week streak. You have the My Program. So you have the personalized program, which is the beginner ride, which was free. And you can see the completed rides or programs that you're doing right here. You've got effective fat burning, weekly new, 7-day low impact fat burning, a 30-minute game ride. Now, unfortunately, I did notice that a lot of these are not free. So if you go in here and hit start, it's going to come up with this, and they do want you to pay for it. So you have the year pack, which is $99.99, half year pack, which is $74.99, and then the monthly pack is $12.99. So I think it's pretty similar to something you get from Peloton or Echelon, something like that. Just before I show you the next clip, I just want to give you an update. The only thing that is now free on the app is Just Ride, which is just a blank screen with your stats. The scenic ride that I'm showing in the next clip is a bunch of different locations where you have different time periods where you can use it. It's just a video background. However, they decided to make that no longer free. It was nice that it was included. It looks like some of them are free, so the 20-minute one right here is free, but if you click on these, a lot of them cost money. It also looks like they did raise their prices as well. So from before, when I first got this, it was $99 a year. Now it's $129 a year. And it looks like it's just raised across the board, except for that monthly price is still $12.99. So I was really, really disappointed in Yesoul for removing that because, I mean, they really want you to subscribe to this and pay them. Give people more free stuff. You did just pay a bunch of money for a bike. You do have to actually pedal a little bit to get the bike to connect. And once you get the bike to connect, you will get all the information at the bottom here, including your miles. You'll have your calories, your cadence, all that good stuff here. And at the top, you'll be able to see the timer. So you'll have the countdown here. Now, if you do Just Ride, it will just start from 0 until you're done. And on the side here, you'll see other people in the leaderboard. Now, in the Just Ride, you'll actually see people riding with you right then because a lot of people are using that. So obviously, there'll be more people at different times, that kind of thing. Now, another thing to mention is we have our resistance right here. You have your resistance knob. And if you do twist that, you'll be able to see the resistance change on the screen. So it's not accurate as it could be, but it will still give you an idea of what percentage resistance you're doing as you're riding. So that is pretty nice. Now, this tablet holder can probably hold about a 10 to 11 inch tablet. So if you have an iPad, a base iPad, or you have an iPad Pro 11 inch, it will probably hold this. This is a 9.7 inch iPad. As you can see, I have a little bit of space right here. So if you have one of the bigger iPads, you're not gonna be able to put that in there. If you have a phone, you can put that in there. If you have an Android tablet, you can put that in there as well. It just depends obviously on the size. So anything over 11 inches is probably not going to fit with this tablet holder. All right, you'll have to excuse my room here. I know it's kind of a mess, but I did want to show you how it looks on the bike. So you have little sleeves you put your feet into, and of course you can tighten those if you'd like to. And I gotta say, overall, I'm pretty pleased with the bike. Of course, you can bike like this. You also can lean down, and you have this here. You've got your resistance readily available, and of course, it does show it on the screen. It might not be completely accurate when you do turn it. If you turn it slow enough, it will get it. There is Bluetooth on the bike that is transmitting to the iPad or whichever device that you're using. And you have a water bottle holder down there as well. So you can also tilt this, so tilt it to your liking. And the seat is fairly comfortable. It is a little hard, but I think pretty much all bikes like this have hard seats. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. And you can definitely get a good workout in on this bike. So much cheaper than Peloton, cheaper than Echelon, cheaper than some of these higher end brands, Nordic Track, those kinds. Really a decent bike overall, and I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so I have had the bike for a couple months now, and overall I'm pretty satisfied with it. It does great for working out. My biggest gripe with it is simply the app that they have for it. The fact that they've removed features, raised the price, that kind of thing, it just kind of ruins the whole experience for me. Now, they did say on their website you can use this with different applications. I have not done that. I've only used the Yesoul application. So again, very few things are free on here. But if you are buying this bike, just expect to have to pay a subscription to have the most use out of it. So another 13 bucks a month, in addition to the $400 or $500, however much you spend on this bike, which is kind of unfortunate. But I guess you're going to be doing the same thing if you buy a Peloton or Echelon or one of these other bikes as well. But overall, I'm satisfied with that exception. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.